Hi lads, how are you getting on? This is Johnny Ryan here. I graduated from the ABCVS in the summer of 2019 and I'm currently a second year student in Immaculate College, and I'm doing a Bachelor of Education which after 4 years qualifies me to be a primary school teacher. From my past year and a half experience the course, it's very interesting and I've enjoyed it thoroughly. You're mostly kind of learning about the methodologies that you would use as a teacher inside in the classroom to accompany various needs of students. Also, you're learning about the psychology of a student, how they learn, and obviously you have to know how they learn so you can help them to be the best they can be. And then you're learning about the different curriculums and subjects that you'll be teaching within the classroom. For example, I presume you can all do your primary school maths, so you wouldn't be doing addition and subtraction inside in the lecture. You're more learning at the various approaches that you would use as a teacher to accompany all the types of students in the classroom and to keep them up to date with what you're teaching at that time throughout the weeks and the days. So that's mostly kind of the entail of the course, but it's very enjoyable, very interesting, and there's plenty of modules there as well, ranging from all different types, which keeps you on your toes as well inside the college. The workload is kind of demanding. It's not too bad. Last year as a first year I think we had about 22 to 23 hours, which I suppose regarding a college course is actually kind of high enough, but I found that the days flew. Like, you go in there, you're with your friends, you're talking around, you're messing, getting through the day, and around a lecture is about 45 minutes, and I think you may have a double here and there, which could be an hour and 30 or that, maybe an hour and 40. So you're not killed with work, in fairness, but I found the days flew and the whole year flew, to be honest with you. So I wouldn't fear your workload at all. Just make sure you're, as I said, keep on to all the tasks and activities that come at you. Do your readings, make sure go to your lectures, go to your tutorials, keep on top of your work, and once you keep on top of that, it just makes life easier for yourself. And the workload is nothing towards if you left it all built up to one cram of a week, which is next to impossible inside really with the college. So that's probably the best advice I could give there. The workload is kind of, you make it what you want to be. So if you keep on top of things, it's not hectic, but if you leave things built up, you're kind of getting yourself into a dark hole there. Advice to people that would consider this course, all I say is 100% go for it. The best thing to do is just go in there and try not to be shy, because come for 4 to 5 years time, you're going to be stepping in front of 20 to 30 students teaching on a daily basis for whoever knows how long, So when you get in there, just put yourself out there. Don't be afraid, because honestly, it's feared in the head more than what it actually is, I think. So once you get to know new people, I think that's an important, in my opinion anyway. I thought that was an important part, getting to know other people, and kind of go out your comfort zone, because they're fearing it just as much as you're fearing it. And once you meet each other, you can help one another, and it makes the whole college life easy, because no one wants to go in worrying, for the whole year. That's not the way things work. And in fairness, the college are great in that sense. They really look out for their first year students, and they try their best to accommodate them and help them adapt to the change, because it's not easy. No matter how people say it is, it's not that easy. So once you can go in and try and get out of your comfort zone and get to know people, it really helps, especially with the profession you're trying to get into, which it will take a lot of that when you're teaching, to get out of your comfort zone. So any other advice I suppose I could say, as I said already, keep on top of the work. I think for UL it could be called Solace, but for Mary I it's called Moodle. So your weekly what would you call it, education would go up on that. So the PowerPoints that you go through inside in the college and stuff like that would be put up in Moodle. So, and your different assignments and tasks for the week. So once you're doing that type of stuff and keep on top of it, the workload shouldn't be hectic, and you should be just well able to do it. And just makes life easier for yourself, and makes life easier for the parents. And as I said, the lecturers are lovely people inside there. They really are. They look out for you as much as possible, and they try to do the best for you all the time, in fairness. But they want you to do your work as well. So once you get that done, you'll be just keeping everyone off your back, and you'll be enjoying your life inside there. The facilities in Mary are brilliant, in fairness. They're really good. There's a gym, a GA pitch, then there's greenery just for socialising outside. There's 2 large halls, which actually we used to play 5-a-side when I started off inside, which was good crack in fairness, until COVID came. You get to meet new people, and sure, going and playing a game of 5-a-side is great crack, like, and you get competitive or whatever. But I found the sports side of things, if you're into sports, obviously it's a great college. It offers so much, and that's in that sense of stuff. Then there's libraries. Then there's the canteen as well. There's social rooms inside the college where they just have pool tables, couches, stuff like that. As I said, the social side of the college is excellent. Especially, as I said, when you're going out to meet new friends, the college accommodates that hugely. Like, I know UL, of course, I suppose I don't know if you've been to open days actually there, or if it's just been virtual, but UL's massive, like, it's huge towards Mary Immaculate College, like, but I feel the sense of community in Mary can definitely top UL's, because there's such a close community inside there, which I definitely grasped to, and I think most people did, to be honest, like, so it's great inside there to kind of get to know everyone and all of that. There's I don't know if you've ever been there around kind of the steps area. There's loads of places to sit down and talk to people there while you're waiting for your lectures. Your lecture tutorials are roughly about 45 minutes, an hour and 30, as I said. So waiting around there is a great social aspect as well, to get to know other people and just somewhere to spend your time. Adapting to studying new normal, I suppose, with the way things are gone. I think you nearly have more experience than I nearly have at that, to be honest, because I'm not enjoying it much now, to be honest, because it's hard to get motivation to keep going every day and looking at a computer screen. I wouldn't be a man for that now, but look, we have to just go what we're dealt with and try, and like, I would log on to everything, make sure to get your work done, like, that's all you can do, and keep everyone happy, and then you should know what you're doing yourself. Because there's going to come a time where you're going to be hit with assignments, even though you might think it's weeks away, yet you don't know, it's only a week or two away, and you're trying to cram everything in, which doesn't work out at all. So just maybe have a routine. I'd be all about routines anyway myself. Just once you get stuff done, if you start early in the morning, just try and get your stuff done, know what you're doing, have your day set out, like, instead of just trying to kind of mess everything together, because I think that's just a recipe for disaster in general. But yeah, it's hard, it's hard to be, just because you miss the social side going into the college, meeting people as well, like, you miss all that. So all you can do is just try your best, log on to the computer. If there's any queries as well say for example in our year, Irish was a tough enough module, say, because most people in it wouldn't be fluent. Obviously, if you're fluent, you'd be fairly sorted, but like, people struggled, and there's loads of education offices and students' union. They can offer so much support through that. If you're struggling, don't be afraid to reach out. And of course, there's myself as well. Don't be afraid to get on to myself. I know Colin Donovan there. He's in 4th year of college inside. Get on to any of us there if you need a hand, or if you'd like to know more about the college. We're always there, and we'd only be love to help you as well. If you wouldn't like to, some people wouldn't like to go inside in offices, like, so. In fairness though, the college do offer some range of support, especially, as I said, for first years. So don't be afraid to use that to your advantage, especially if you feel like you're struggling. I suppose then there's the balancing of workload. If you're training, no matter what sport, like, or whatnot, I find myself now, sport is kind of taking a backseat lately with the whole COVID thing, but I'm trying my best to keep active. I have my own kind of plan set out, if it be it running or gymming, or just even maybe getting outside to a field there, if it's within the regulations, I suppose. But it's not easy at all, in fairness. You're trying to balance two things, which two fairly hard things as well. So all you have to do is just give it your best shot. Really, really pull through with the education side of it, because that really does complement your training. Like, if you're there going in to a training session knowing that you're floored with 4 assignments there in the next 2-3 days, that's going to affect you on the field. It's going to affect your training. It's going to affect your eating, your everything. It's just all going to fall down together. So it's important to just put the pressure on yourself as well, to say, look, I'm going to balance both, and you're going to be the best you can be at both as best you can. Apart from that, like Mary, as I said, it's a lovely college. There's people in there are really, really good. Do you know, I've made so many friends from all over Ireland, be it lads and girls. Like, do you know, it's really enjoyable, and the crack is great. Do you know, the social side of it is brilliant. The sport in there is brilliant. The lecturers are great. I'm really enjoying the actual course itself. Like, do you know, I always kind of had an aspiration to teach kids. Do you know, because I feel like I like that profession, and so it's interesting learning about the different methods and how children actually do learn and all that. Like, so all I say is, if you really want to do it, don't be afraid and just jump at it and get stuck into it, and don't fall away from it anyway. So best luck to everyone, and I hope you get all right with the regulations and all that. Thanks.